guys, so this is a new style review. I'm giving you everything good up front for the Uwell Crown 2. Spent about 2 days with this tank, and at the beginning, it was giving me awful hits, not dry but awful hits. The cloud production was great. Then I realized I thought I put the same juice in there. I left a bottle of the steep and I left a good bottle over there. It was the same juice, and I had used the one that didn't steep, and that's why it tasted bad. I switched the juice this morning, and it's been giving me tons of clouds and decent flavor all day. So, now, what do I like about this thing? I like that the drip tip, that Darwin style drip tip, is nice and fat. The airflow is good. It's a little more restrictive, a touch bit more restrictive than a Cleto. The tank capacity is good. These are all things I'm going to tell you the details after I show you the goodness. It chucks a nice cloud. That's a 65-watt cloud. This coil can go from 50 to 80. So it's a good coil. I haven't had any problems vaping it, chain vaping it. It's been okay. No gurgles, no spitting, no leaking at all, which is contrary to what a lot of people are saying now. A lot of people are saying, you know, it's not a great tank. It spits, it gurgles a lot, it leaks. I haven't experienced any of that on this, and I'm happy because I want to like this tank. You know, it seemed like a nice tank. Everybody was excited about it. And you do get a nice smooth draw. You know, it's the draw on it's been a major plus. The taste on it has not been a major plus. It's been anywhere between decent and good. That's about as much as I would give it. You know, it's decent and good. The flavor could be better, but it does. The cloudage makes up for the flavor if you're looking for a decent cloud. Now it's $29.99, which isn't cheap, and I don't find it particularly that attractive. I know a lot of people love the way it looks. To me, I don't know. I just, for some reason, it doesn't strike me as anything special. You know, but construction seems pretty solid. So for the $29.99, would I buy it? I can go out and spend that on a TFV4 and get better clouds and better flavor, but that's subjective to the user. You know, I'm not telling you don't go out and get it. I'm just telling you it's a $30 tank. It's not cheap, you know. So it's a good tank. It's a solid tank. I don't know if the next batch of coils I get are going to leak on me, but right now it's working great. I'm getting good clouds, and I don't think if it works like mine works, I think you're going to be very happy. But I'm just saying it's not cheap at 30 bucks. This seems like it should have been in the $24 range, which $6 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking, you know, tanks, it's a lot of money. $6 more for a tank. You know, it sounds stupid, but it is. So that's how I feel about the Uwell Crown. Now, I'm going to set myself up for show and tell. So now, here's the stuff you guys might not want to see. Here is, oh, it actually comes in, I think you're spending a lot of money on packaging because it comes in that tube, and inside the tube would be the tank, but it's not in there. It comes with a nice, those air-filled plastic pieces. I threw that out because I wasn't saving that, but sorry, it got vapey in here. This thing is a bit of a cloud beast, so they give you an instruction, a nice, easy to read. I like the instruction booklet. It is easy to read. Now I feel comfortable taking my time with this now that I showed you what I thought about the tank. So it gives you everything. It tells you how to take it apart, how to clean it, how to get the glass out. The glass is not your typical glass. It will give you seals for the top and O-rings, plenty of O-rings. So, and it's in a nice tidy package. So you can see that right there. They give you the warning card. You know, keep out of reach of children, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this a million times. They give you, which I'm going to put this on the banner at the end of the video, a Uwell Crown sticker. I think it earned that sticker. And that's what you're getting, besides an extra glass tank, which they wrap. They do wrap it. The packaging is among the best I've seen so far. They do give it to you in wrapped in film. and they do give you an extra coil, which the coil has this new cone airflow design, and that's what's supposed to make it so buttery smooth. So that cone down here, and that makes contact with your connector. You can see it's got a little O-ring in there. Oop. And you can see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 channels to wick. I've already tried this. This is the .25 coil, which I enjoyed a little bit less than the .5. I like the .5 because I wasn't looking to push this thing, and the flavor I was getting out of it was so-so. So that's it, and you know, you can see the coil inside and your wicking material, your cotton. So now what I want to do is I got to break this tank down, so I will have to stop the video for a second. I need to empty out that juice. So now I got it all cleaned up, and just give you a quick rundown. It's 2 5/8 by 7/8, and the diameter, the width is 24 millimeters. So now it has a 5 mil capacity, so you're going to be able to put a lot of juice in there. So I just want to show you guys, taking it apart is a touch different than most regular tanks. So I'll show you. You take off your top here. What you have inside is you have a screw. That's going to hold your glass down. So what you're going to want to do is get a regular, flathead screwdriver. It'll barely fit in between the chimney, a regular size one, but you want to turn it to the right, not the left. It's reverse threaded. Once that's out, it pops right out, and that's it. It's just a little guy. So you can fill this from the top and bottom, but with this top fill, you can see it's got huge channels, and it's deep, so you don't have to worry if you overspill a little bit, it's not going to come out. You know, the top is a way easier fill. I don't know why you would want to take it out of the bottom. So now, you got your screw out. How easy is it to take apart the glass? You unscrew the top, comes right off, as like so. And you pull your glass right out. And that's it. And then if you want, you can clean your insides, your innards. And you take that apart, and you got your post, you got your coil down there that you would just screw out. You can see, like so. The airflow I like because the airflow is clicky. I like clicky airflow. So makes you feel like it's more quality in hand. And make sure your O-rings are aligned when you put this back together, because you don't want to break your vacuum. That's it. That's try to squeeze out. That's why you got to be careful with these things. And then when you put it back together, make sure, be patient. This thing needs to be centered just right. Not centered, but it needs to sit flush in order to screw. You know, don't get excited, think it's cross-threaded. So, the glass is, of course, quartz, which is a little different. I like quartz. Quartz is a nice, tough glass, so good job on that one. So now we're going to refill it. I'm going to vape it a couple times before we get out of here. Now I feel much more comfortable with these reviews because you already got your good stuff. If you're still here, you're just here to hang out, shoot the shit, and see how this thing works. Now, I mentioned before, there was a .25 and a .5 head. .25 came pre-installed, so I took that out. I like the .5 better. It is a SUS 316L parallel coil atomizer head. That's how they describe it on the internets. And you could also buy, it is a .8 Canthal head, which I have not tried, and that .8 will take you from 35 to 55 watts. And of course it's 510 threaded, as most things are. If it's not 510 threaded, that's a shitty ass company. So that's it for the Uwell Crown too, which like I said, not a bad tank. It's just, it's $30. If you guys want to wait till it comes down a little bit, you my guest. But it's not a tank you're gonna hate. I just think, for $30 you can basically get anything on the market. So doesn't give it that outstanding, like, holy shit performance, like, I want this, I have to have this, it's the greatest thing in the world. It doesn't do that for me. But is it a bad tank? Absolutely not. You know, the fact that there's been no leaks, there's been no problems, no gurgles, no spit, major plus. And like I said, the Darwin drip tip, it's got a bigger chimney than the original. You know, it makes for in these cone atomizer heads. If they're claiming it does a smoother draw, it does an absolute smooth draw. Nice vape. You know, I just wish it was tastier. If it was tastier, it would have went from a pretty good tank to a very excellent tank. You know, but it also comes in, if you want, in three colors. It's coffee, black, and stainless. I chose the black because these tanks just seem to always look better in black. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. If you want, like I always say, the button's down there somewhere. You know, don't forget to go to Kasa and support their HR 2058. And you know, if you want, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I am on there. And I hope you like this style review. And let me know in the comments section.